She's the congressional representative of the Illinois 14th District. She is also the first woman, person of color, and millennial to represent her community in Congress. Please welcome Representative Lauren Underwood. Representative, so good to have you on the show.
Well, thanks, Val. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, in that introduction, we heard a lot of firsts. Has it all sunk in for you?
Yes, it's been an honor to serve in Congress, to represent the Chicago suburbs and rural areas, and I've just been having a great time.
What drives you?
You know, it's my commitment to service, to be able to go throughout our community, hear from people, from families about the issues that are most important to them, and then come to Washington and write policies that make a real difference in their lives. It's been obviously an intense time in our country, but just so rewarding to be able to deliver for my community.
So were you intrigued by politics when you were in high school?
That's right. So the mayor of Naperville, Mayor Pradle, set up this program that allowed high school students to get appointed to local boards and commissions. And so I applied and received a one-year appointment to our Fair Housing Commission my junior year, got reappointed my senior year. And I loved just contributing and learning more about a new policy topic, but didn't know what I was going to make of it. So by the time I got to college at the University of Michigan, the second semester of my freshman year, I took a class that changed my life: policy and politics and nursing and healthcare. And from there, I was hooked.
Wow.
Yeah, Congresswoman, you're so positive, and a ray of light, and we need that more than ever right now in our country. How do we get back to being in a place of cohesiveness and even in a place just to respect one another, even if you don't always agree?
You know, I think it starts with showing up and just listening, walking into conversations with an open heart and an open mind. That's what I do across my community, whether it's a house party when we could all be together in person or now on Zooms. I have the chance to talk with folks across the political spectrum. And what we do is we just engage each other, right? You can literally watch someone's shoulders go down and their eyebrows go down and just relax when we're able to just create that space to dialogue with one another. It doesn't mean that we're going to always agree. It doesn't mean that we solve all the problems, but if we can take some of this hostility and, the just ugliness out of our political rhetoric and just engage one another, I know we can be successful.
Well, you had an awesome internship. You got to intern under then Senator Barack Obama. What was that like for you?
It was so fun. I was young. It was after my sophomore year of college. This is the last summer that the Republicans were in charge. You might remember there was a big changeover in the 2006 elections. And so we had stem cell week and flag burning week and partial birth abortion ban week. And I got to see politics up close and personal. But what I learned from President Obama is that we have an opportunity to make a real difference, no matter how long we're in these roles, right? To make the most of every day. And so it's that sense of urgency that I bring to my work representing the people of the 14th Congressional District.
Yeah, I got to be honest, we've had a few stars come on the show and they weren't yet stars. Like we had Ed Sheeran here, remember?
Oh, yes.
And Ed Sheeran left like a signed headshot, and it was literally in like a stack of papers on my desk. And then like 3 weeks later, he's doing the Grammys, and I'm like, where's that picture? Where's that picture? Was that what it was like when he became president and you were thinking, wow, like I worked for him before?
Well, we knew he was a star. He had already won the Grammy. There was all sorts of chatter about was he going to run? But I just knew that he was a great man and was making such a difference for our state. And I learned a lot about healthcare. And so it's an honor to work for him twice, right? Because I had an opportunity to join the Obama administration and work on public health emergencies and disasters during the Ebola crisis. And so I'm a big fan of President Obama.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking Ryan was going another direction with that question. I thought you were going to say, Representative, right here is our star, and that maybe you have aspirations to run for bigger office. Oh, you're like, no way. Is that where you're good?
Oh, no, I don't want to be the president. Nope.
Okay.
Never say never.
Yeah,
we will pull back this tape.
Not for me.
Not for you. But what is for you is your focus on healthcare, and that's what you're working on right now. Talk a little bit more about that and how it's going to impact us here.
Yes, so we knew that even before the pandemic, healthcare costs were just out of reach for so many American families. And oftentimes, particularly for working families, that first healthcare dollar that they spend every month is on premiums. In our community here in Northern Illinois, it's not uncommon for people to be paying 25% of their income on premiums. Outrageous. So I wrote a bill called the Healthcare Affordability Act that says that no American would pay more than 8.5% of their income on premium prices on the marketplace. Well, that legislation was just included in the American Rescue Plan, which is this COVID relief bill that we're working on this week. We expect it to pass the House by the end of the week, go over to the Senate, and be enacted into law by mid-March. Relief is coming.
Yeah, and these things should be agreed on by both parties. It's so frustrating when you think about some common sense things. Everybody cares about their family, regardless of how you vote. Why has it been such a struggle to agree on things that seem like it would be a nonpartisan issue?
Well, I think a lot of people are just obsessed with power. I'm focused on solving problems. I'm focused on delivering for our community and making a difference for people. And so I'm willing to work with anybody to get those things done. For example, under President Trump, I had 6 pieces of legislation signed into law. So my community knows I mean it when I say that I'll work with anybody to deliver for them. And I think that what we'll see in this American Rescue Plan is that there's so much bipartisan support across the country that, many Republican legislators will have to really reflect on whose side they're on. Do they want to be on the side of gridlock, or do they want to be on the side of the American people?
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Well, we're so proud of all the work that you're doing in healthcare and lowering prescriptions and premiums. That's amazing. So all the best to you.
Thank you for having me. Take good care of yourselves.
Yes,
Absolutely.
You too. Thank you, Congresswoman Underwood. All right, and to learn more, go to underwood.house.gov.